Welcome back everyone to my Let's Play of Dragon Quest V. Last episode we ended up in Telepador and we ended up getting the Zenithian Helm for Cosmo. Now we're going back, basically going to be visiting most of the places we explored in Generation 1. So we're going to first use a return spell to go to Al Kappa. There's some treasure behind a magic key door. And then we'll be heading to Lenore Castle, then to the port and Santa Rosa, and then we'll finish it off by heading to Reinhardt. So, we got a little bit of new dialogue here, but not too many people say new things. But not much has really changed here in this in these small little areas. So, this guy's just basically saying that now the people in this village need weapons. It's gotten that bad. This guy's still here? This is good brew. Oh, he's still... He had a lady with him. This guy is still going to be like an expert on the legendary hero. But he doesn't say anything new now that we actually have the legendary hero with us. So... that's where you think he'd be like, hey, actually I'm the legendary hero. We'd have Cosmo say that to him, but nope, he doesn't say anything, so you get some lousy treasure there, not really all that useful. Yeah, see, this guy, like I said, will just say the same thing he told us a long time ago. You figure we'd have, like I said, a reply to him or something, but nope. So, but speaking of legendary heroes, the people here, when we talk with them sometimes during the daytime, we'll notice that they're not really putting their hope in the legendary hero. Instead of putting more of their hope in that Order of Light. That's the people who were basically made Bean and Henry slaves back at the beginning of Generation 2. So they, I guess, have expanded their public relations efforts. Hey, did you know the Temple of the Order of Light is at the top of St. Bellis? But how on earth is a normal person supposed to get there? Well, it's a good thing we're not normal because we are the legendary hero. And that'll be one of the reasons why we're able to enlist the help we need to get to that mountaintop. Oh, at this pathetic bank, I'll never be able to donate enough to the Order of Light. I guess not many people are staying at the inn here. I mean, it's a small village. So, maybe they just don't have as good advertisement as Duncan did, and his wife, Bianca. So she says the same thing. This merchant, he's now out here, and he basically says the same thing about the temple being on top of that large mountain. That's going to be in the center continent, to the west of the nunnery. We'll visit the nunnery again. Let's just explore around here. No one's up here. On that same continent where the Temple of the Order of Light is, that is also where the Sky Tower is. We were told back in El Haven that we need to go to. But from the barkeep here, that somewhere in the world is the descendant of legendary hero. I can't wait to meet him. Well, we already have the legendary hero here. You can meet him right now. But once again, they, I guess, space limitations. This was an early Super Nintendo game. That's why the game, you notice the graphics, though, look almost like NES-like. Smaller sprite work, less detailed. It'll be much different than Dragon Quest VI, as we'll see. But yeah, they probably didn't know how to really cram as much as they need onto it. So a lot of the dialogue hasn't really changed too much. I heard that a really powerful demon lord is on this world, but if you belong to the Order of Light, you'll be saved. That one, they're saying something tough now, but way back he was a big baby. Let's talk with his mother here? All these rumors about the world of being in peril, but all I can do is keep making dinner for my son. Son being the soldier there. He wanted to make a living back in Reinhardt, but he came back here. Alright, I'm just gonna off-screen going to Castle Lenore, and these people, I was saying about the limitations of the game, they've been here for 8 years. Remember we came to them in Generation 2? And they still do the same exact thing that they did in Generation 2. So I just thought I'd show that off real quick. Enemies have changed though around here. So there actually is one new enemy, but we'll run into that into a cave later, so I didn't feel like just showing all that to just to show off one enemy. So but a lot of the enemies there are the same ones that we met around El Haven on the outside. The Eliminators, the Dentosaurs. Like I said, there's one new enemy in the area, but that'll be in a cave. We'll learn more about that cave when we head to Reinhardt. But it's a cave where we can reach it right now, but we can't do anything in it. Because in order to actually go deeper into the cave, we're going to need the final key. I mentioned in the last episode we could get the final key right now, but it would require us beating a boss, and we really want to get some levels on Cosmo and Harriet before we take on that boss, because those are two characters that are pretty good for fighting that boss. Cosmo does good damage with the Zenithian sword, and Harriet, we want her to have the decrease and the by-kill spells. She's going to have to do a little bit of leveling. So we'll get in that cave also we'll get a really good weapon for Sancho, but until then we'll get him this Spear of Zeus. It's basically his best weapon until we get the weapon from that cave. That weapon, actually it's kind of a cursed weapon, but it's still pretty good. When I started going down years ago, we were devastated. When I see how strong my god's been growing, I have newfound hope. We'll talk with her a little bit later. We're gonna come back here at night, like most towns. But yeah, the Sancho's the weapon that we're gonna get that I was saying is cursed. It's basically has a higher miss chance than most weapons, but it also has a 1/3 chance to critical hit. So it'll be really good against like the metal type enemies, because you use a critical hit and that takes out metal type enemies. So it'll be good for farming those monsters. And just head back here at night. See the weapon shop is closed, but we'll learn more about that weapon shop and the guy who owns it. There he is over there with the old man. Welcome to Santa Rosa. God watches over all the travelers in this village. And apparently this old man used to be an adventurer. After I lost my parents, this old man's been taking care of me. Even this weapon shop. I only began thanks to the weapons he found in the cave years and years ago. I wonder what cave he found these weapons in, because there's some good weapons. He must have been a pretty tough adventurer to get weapons of that quality in a cave. They had to be guarded by pretty tough monsters. Let's just head on in here. Like I said, we talked with this lady. They said the same things, but we didn't get all their dialogue. She's sleeping, and when our store burned down years ago, we were devastated. And then I've learned that from that it's never truly ends, so it's just a new beginning. So, speaking of people who have a new beginning, we're going to head down to the port where we basically began the game, and we're going to learn about what happened to that man who lived there. Remember, his wife was angry because she was like, all he does is sleep, you know. She's like, the world has gotten so peaceful that all he does is loaf around and do nothing. So if we head in here during night, we'll notice that she is sleeping, but the husband isn't around. And for some reason, she is sad. We'll learn why she's sad when we come back in the daytime. And she's sobbing there. So I'm gonna, like I said, head outside, just wander around a little bit, and come back in. And now I will talk to the lady. She's outside here now. Hey, you, didn't we meet somewhere before? My husband, he went out and got eaten by a nasty monster. You're strong, aren't you? Why don't you go beat those monsters and make this world a peaceful one? So her husband went out and got eaten by a monster. That came out of nowhere. But I guess it's another reason why we need to go save the world. We'll just hop on our magic carpet here. As you can see, we can fly over water. We're gonna fly over to get to that cave where the armor is. We basically fly this river and keep following that river up to the cave. But like I said, we need the final key to get into that cave. So we're not gonna go there yet. This guard mentions that he remembers us, and he makes mention that, hey, it's been years, but we haven't changed at all. Well, that's because we were a stone statue. We didn't age when we were turned to stone. So, somebody who has aged and changed is our friend Prince Henry. So, I'm just going to put the kids in here. We're going to do because we get a different scene with the kids. So, and then in the next episode I'll show off just different things that happen. Like if you come here without your kids, if you come here with just your daughter. So, let's go look around here. I can't use the map. We'll roll it out. I was going to show you the end of that river. We'll do that later. Hey, did you know about the man along Lord Henry rooted out the false empress? That's us. Well, that person was actually none other than the Prince of Grandvania. But as soon as he became king, it said that he just disappeared. In order to find the lost king, Grandvanian troops came to this country as well. Now I think about it, you kind of resemble that man. And the sign hasn't changed. The inventory, the shopkeepers selling the armor and weapons, they haven't changed either. So, no use talking to them, but one thing that has changed is we have this guy out here now. Oh shoot, caught red-handed. We're not gonna get this treasure without a fight. This isn't the first time we're gonna fight a Kandor henchman. There's a few Kandor henchmen in a few other villages that we'll go to. And usually if you find them, they're usually hiding somewhere in a village. You find them, you fight them, and you get a unique piece of equipment. So this guy here, he's going to drop coast armor. He's going to drop the demon armor. It's pretty good armor. The only problem is it's coast, and the coast lowers your agility down to 0. But I mentioned when we first got Sancho in Generation 3 that Sancho's really slow anyway. So dropping his agility down to 0 isn't going to hurt him bad. He's usually going last in the party anyway. And that'll also be good when we eventually later on get the Sage's Stone, because you can give it to Sancho, and then he can, being last in order, he will be able to, being last in the order, he'll just be able to heal anyone who took damage that turn. So yeah, we got some decent armor there for him. Like I said, it reduces damage from fire and cold. So that'll help him out a little bit. And then we're going to head on into the castle, and uh-oh, it's blocked. This is the Palace of Reinhardt. You're Lord Henry's son. Bean, yes, please pass. Please pass, and please pass. There's none who used to be always talking about the castle that fell. Now she's talking about an evil that's threatening the world. Well, how she feels it. Let's go just do some exploration of the castle here. There's those treasure chests. We now have the step guard spell, so if you never got them in the Generation 2, you could get them now without taking damage. In order to prevent any potential wars for succession in this country, King Dale plans to never marry. That way the next king can only be Lord Henry's only child, Prince Colin. And that one guy said that Prince Colin apparently he's bumped him on the head. Sounds like Prince Colin might be a rambunctious kid like Lord Henry was. Like father like son. Well, we'll see more about Prince Colin and learn more about him as we do the exploration here. Let's head over to the kitchen. I don't care what other people say, I like Prince Colin. It's because he's so kind. Kind? Well, this guy doesn't think he's kind. We'll see why. That surprised me for a moment, though. I thought you were the prince. He knows how much I hate mice, and he still insists on placing a mouse on my head. I'm so fed up with him. It seems though even Lord Henry is having trouble dealing with our little Prince Colin. So, Prince Henry put a frog down that one guy's back, and now his son puts a mouse on a guy's head. What has Desmond been up to, the great scholar? The mantle that the Crazy King once wore in battle years ago is sudden in some of his lands. Wear-what armor is only great when the one who wears the armor turns great. Or that you, Lord Bean, became the great king of Grandvia. Surely you'd be able to become king. We could wear that armor. That's the best armor in the game for Bean, the royal cloak. And like I said, it's in that cave to the west here. And this room right here, well, the Prince, not Prince, he's King now, King Dale, and his mother and Prince Henry's stepmother. Yeah, she's gone now, so that room is empty. It's gonna belong to somebody else, and we'll find out in a little bit. Welcome to Reinhardt. This person presiding over us is none other than Royal Highness King Dale. You're Bean. I should call you King Bean. When I heard that you were missing, I was truly worried. When I heard that you had returned to Grandvia, I thought that you might visit this country, Reinhardt. Please stay as long as you wish. We will. We're gonna go visit our friend Henry. This is Lord Henry in his wife's room. You do not have urgent... Wait, please forgive me. Who's that boy there? He asks us who the heck we are. Collins, what kind of attitude is that to give to our guests? We can't talk with Maria. If we try to walk by to talk with her, he blocks our way, so we can't talk with her from the side. We'll talk with her later, though. First, let's talk to Henry. Sorry about that, but my son's just the rudest little... Hey, yo, Bean, right? Yeah, I've been waiting for you. I was so happy when I heard that you'd returned to Grandvania. Bean, it must have been so hard for you. Come to think of it, all you've had is, nothing. Still, I'm glad to see you again. Oh yeah, I almost forgot. I had me a son. This is Collins. Say hello, you little brat. Whap. Ow, girl. Nice to meet you. Sorry, the little bugger isn't really too big on manners yet. Oh yeah, I heard that you had a couple of munchkins of your own. That's your kid? He kind of looks like you when you were that age. I know, kids are perfect kids. I'll have Collins show him around the castle. Collins, why don't you give him a guided tour of the palace? Yes, Papa. Just like when Prince Henry gave Bean a guided tour of the castle when Bean was young. This tour isn't going to be going to end all that nicely. So, but it will end up with us getting an item. I heard to this day, Bean, that you still travel the world to fulfill your harsh destiny, but I know in my heart, if anyone can bring peace to the world, it is you. So let's go try to find our kids and Prince Colin, see what they're up to. I'm going to head over to Prince Colin's room. It used to be his father's room. And uh-oh, what's happening? Daddy, Colin's disappeared somewhere. He told me to get a goon badge, and when I was opening the treasure chest, he vanished somewhere. Daddy, help me find him. Well, that's what we'll do in our next episode. Come back when we try to find Prince Collins. Have a good one. Bye.